Okay, maybe this. So this highlight applies to EEG, and I have an EEG file here that I will just open, and it says that basically that EEG can become phase ordered when a subject is expecting a stimulus. So I would just put a little header here and say phase ordering when stimulus is expected. And I will put this into my own words. Okay, so that's not a great sentence, but you get the idea. And I also want to add the reference. So I just do my double brackets and put Schurman 2001 functional, which is this paper. So now I have kind of a conceptual note in my own words in this note that's also a conceptual note about EEG. Now, what I will do is I will go back to my annotations and I will link to this note. So that's Schurman, or sorry, that's EEG. Then I do the hashtag phase ordering when stimulus is expected. Good. So this does a couple of things. If I look at this note by itself, like so, and I want to read my note about that, I can just Command Shift click on that and open the note that I wrote about this. This also lets me know that I've processed this highlight. And this in real life would be some block of text that I could then copy and paste into my LaTeX document that I'm writing. So this would, in reality, this would be a block of text that is based on this highlight that kind of summarizes it, puts it into my own words, something I can use in my paper. And I could then copy that and go to my LaTeX document. So I've just created some blank space here because I don't want to show everything I have there, and paste it in. Now this is not a LaTeX citation, so I just change this to cite, and so this LaTeX file is also using the same bibliography that Better BibTeX is exporting automatically from Zotero. So when I added Schurman to my AIM2 collection, it updated the bibliography, which we just used in Obsidian, and which you can see is available in my LaTeX file as well. So now I have my block of text, which would normally be a block of text, and it would have a reference to Schurman here. So let's look at the so I'm going to use a new page here just to, because I don't want to show everything, and put a marker there. All right, so I've manipulated the windows so that this is the only thing that shows now. And you can see that my, what would be a block of text here with the reference is now in my final PDF, the pre-stimulus EEG and so forth, Schurman and Basar 2001. Another thing that I do, if we go back to Obsidian, is I might want to know where that block of text came from in my Obsidian notes. And to do that, I just click on the vertical ellipsis here, copy Obsidian URL, and then back in TextPad, my LaTeX editor, I can just add a comment and put that link in. So clicking the link won't open the file, but it tells me how to get there. And this is the name of the vault and the name of the note, so it's not so hard to find it. So that is pretty much my workflow, from making notes on paper to using PDF Expert to make the highlights in the paper, the same that I've done with the pencil. So that kind of gives me a second exposure to that material as well. Then I use, what else did I use? So I went to manage attachments. I used rename attachments so that the file name is correct. I used extract annotations to create this extracted annotations note here. I had to double click on it because the title was janky. I then right clicked, used MD Notes, another plugin, to export to Markdown. Then in the Obsidian Vault, I had my bare exported annotations. I used Command-Shift-L to do a lookup for that reference, and I just did that in a blank note so that it would insert the reference and create, I'm pointing at the screen, create this note, which is kind of like the heading of the notes. I copied the annotations over, then I read an annotation as an example. I put it into my own words, and I put that into a conceptual note about that thing, which is EEG. I gave it a heading so that I can refer to it later, and I linked, so I added the Schurman reference to the note so that this is linked back to the paper it came from. And then I also added a link from here to the conceptual note where it's actually used. And there could be more than one of those, I suppose. Then I copied this block of text and I pasted it into my LaTeX editor, and I fixed up the citation so that it would actually work, and it's a LaTeX citation. I went back to Obsidian and copied the URL for that note, and then pasted it into LaTeX so that I know where this block of text came from. And I think that's the end of the workflow. So thanks for watching. This is much longer video than I was anticipating, but there you go. So hope it's helpful. Thumbs if you like it, subs if you love it. See you later.